Hello everyone. Welcome to my guided meditation on integrating the shadow. This is a short meditation that's meant to find those who are ready to begin looking into shadow work and integrating the lost, traumatized pieces of yourself back into your whole being. This meditation may bring up deep emotions for you, so please only listen if you're feeling balanced and grounded enough, when you feel ready to heal and work on integrating your triggers and trauma. If your triggers bring up tough emotions for you still, that may be a sign that it's too soon for this work and that more healing is needed first. I'm putting a disclaimer out now that I am not a doctor or psychiatrist, and this meditation is only meant to provide energetic healing support while guiding you through a visualization process to integrate your shadow. I will be sending Reiki throughout this meditation today for mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So now is a good time to take a moment and identify any aspects that may come up for you that you want to look at. There will be prompts during this meditation, but keep any shadows you're able to identify now in the back of your mind. Today we're listening to meditative music set at 396 Hertz, which is a frequency set to liberate fear and guilt from your energetic body. A lot of our shadow aspects are built up over time throughout childhood and our past negative experiences. This is a Hertz frequency that makes it easier to release the negative energies that we've sometimes been storing in our body for decades. We set the intention now to release all that no longer serves us. Any guilt, trauma, emotions, or energy that does not belong to you, we release now and consent to the integration of these dark aspects back into our whole being, for the dark to be dissolved by the light. Any point of light, no matter how small or pinprick, when it appears, can erase the dark. Integrating our shadow is not accepting our trauma or saying it was okay. It's taking these parts of ourselves and dissolving that energy so it can be dispersed and alchemized back into light itself. When you're ready to begin, go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Light some sage or candles, get some water or tea if you'd like, and set yourself somewhere you'll be comfortable and not disturbed for the duration of this meditation. Then please just sit back and get ready to experience some Reiki healing and a beautiful guided meditation that will lead you into shadow work. This is not meant to be a scary or intimidating experience or something to dread or fear at all. This is supposed to be a healing and peaceful experience where you can feel the weight being lifted off of your shoulders, where you can move into a place of acceptance. If you like this video, please do like it here on YouTube and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps out my channel and allows me to access more people who may be looking for meditations like these. The links to leave me a tip or donation are in the description box below, and they are accepted with great love and gratitude. Thank you guys so much. I hope you stick around because I have plenty more of this content planned. For those of you who are interested and would like help identifying shadow aspects, I put in the description of this video some shadows displayed by each sign of the Zodiac, as well as the elements themselves. Aries, Sag, and Leo are fire signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio are water, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini are air, and Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn are earth. Just in case you need some shadow work prompts, or you would like to focus deeper on the inherent lower aspects attributed to your sign. If you don't have specific trauma or don't feel ready to go into that just yet, there are some prompts there that you can use. The shadow aspects listed are not present in every sign or every person, but they are archetypal energies that are associated with the signs and elements when they're in the lower. Shadow work requires that we're open and honest with ourselves, so keeping a private journal through this process is a really helpful tool to track your experiences and your growth development. I want to state that while I will be guiding you into a state of deep meditation, the intention is for you to remain awake and aware of my words. Don't try to force yourself into a meditative state. The point is to let go and release, surrender, and the peaceful state itself will find you. Try to only focus on my voice. Don't worry about any outside noise or distractions. Any noises you hear will only guide you deeper into a state of meditation. Each time you practice this, you'll find you're able to go deeper and analyze and integrate more areas of your shadow that you find. Things you may not even be aware of consciously at the moment. This is the idea of shadow work, to start and then unravel as you progress, and as you feel more comfortable with your healing. You can do this meditation as many times, as often as you'd like. I guarantee you will have a different experience each time. So just be open and set your intentions. I also have a playlist of other guided meditations on my channel, so please check those out if you're interested. I'm going to begin now by doing a quick clearing and setting the intention today. We bless the space now and ask our guides and angels to please be with us today and offer protection during this meditation and healing. We send away any negative unseen influences, clearing away negative energies and closing any energetic portals, severing any energetic cords that could be a distraction today. We ask for a white protective bubble of light to be cast around us, shielding us from harm. Only the light may be here, all else must go. We call in our ancestors, galactic guides, and our higher selves to be with us and assist in our healing and integration process. Please only allow the emotions and memories that we are ready to process to come through today. Please provide us with wisdom and insight. We are fully protected and safe in God's armor of light. And so it is. I'm going to tap in now and begin sending Reiki remotely to those of you participating. So now, please take 2 deep breaths with me. We now clear away any and all tension from the body, allowing ourselves permission to sink into a meditative state, releasing all of the mental and emotional baggage of the day, opening and allowing ourselves to perceive visualizations and sensations that need to come through, breathing in, coming into our center, slowing the thoughts in the mind. Try to soften all over your body now. Unclench the jaw. Relax the face and shoulders. Allowing the body and all of the energy we've been clenching to unlock and flow from the body now. Exhaling and moving deeper into a calm, peaceful state. Focus on the breath. If you're having trouble shutting out intrusive thoughts, just focus on your breath in and out, in and out. We're going to begin by visualizing ourselves entering a field or a clearing in the forest, the same meadow we always go to for these meditations. This place should begin to feel more comfortable the more times that you come here. It's like home now, and it will continue to feel more so the more you practice this meditation. The meadow here is green and lush. It's so calm and peaceful. When you're here, you are your perfect, complete, true self. Picture yourself sitting down in the grass now, feeling so light and carefree, entirely happy and whole. As you sit in the grass, take as much time as you need to orient yourself to your surroundings. No longer are you in your house or bed, or wherever you left your physical body. Your etheric body is in this gorgeous field now, with all these wildflowers and beautiful green grass surrounding you. You feel so amazing and at peace here. You notice a distinct smell of geranium flowers floating through the air. The feeling brings you a sense of nurturing, love, and harmony, healing, and protection. You can smell a waft of other flowers too. More scents come into your awareness, like rose and lavender. The aroma is so soothing, and it makes you feel safe, patient, and carefree. You notice there are pine trees all around you too, as well as walnut trees off in the distance now. It brings you a sense of nostalgia and a longing to return to the peace you felt as a child. A true, pure sense of mental clarity takes over you now. So while you feel dreamy and at peace, you're entirely aware and very cognizant of the scene you're visualizing. You notice now that a path has appeared as you turn back and look behind you. There's a feeling and a knowing you should get up and follow that path. There's an excitement and a pleased availability in your energy that makes you want to go see where it leads. So you do. And as you move closer, you notice something interesting. The path is lined with gemstones that are so beautiful and vivid, you feel that this must be a dream you're inside of. As you move down to make your way onto the path, you see rods of large selenite wands sticking up out of the earth. So you follow them. Their vibration is assisting in clearing out all old, lingering energies and traumas that may still be sticking to your auric field. As you move past these wands of crystal selenite, you can feel yourself releasing the stagnant energy back into the universe. It's visibly leaving your body in dark, wispy shadows now. And it feels so good. You wonder why you ever felt the need to hold on to them in the first place. You take a moment now to forgive yourself for doing so. You probably had a good reason to at the time, or you didn't know better. You didn't know you could let go of this at any time, guilt-free. So now it is done. You are free. As you move down the path further into these peaceful, serene woods, you notice that crystals lining the path begin to turn black, and you recognize them as black onyx now. The crystals are meant to provide grounding energy to stabilize and truly suck any lingering negative energies or emotions out of your vessel that you're still carrying. The black color of the crystal absorbs the negativity gladly. It does a great job in transmuting and alchemizing negative energy. The black is so strong that it pulverizes the negativity and no longer allows it to permeate your reality. You feel a sudden sense of stability, protection, and confidence as you pass by the onyx. Any lingering fear is lifted, dissipated, and is transmuting into a new energy full of optimism and hope. This gorgeous crystal path morphs again, showing you now a row of labradorite crystals. They are to help dissolve fear and illusions from your awareness. Then, as you walk, rose quartz to fill your being with self-love and self-acceptance. Each step you move forward, you take a deep breath, sucking in this new, vibrant air and exhaling the stagnant gray energy from your lungs. Again, the crystals transform with another step, and you see black moonstone now, providing you with emotional support as you make energetic changes and heal. You have the sudden knowing that you can wear any of these crystals or carry them in your pocket once you return to your waking body for added support after this meditation. The energy you feel now will be infused with these crystals always. Finally, you see a gorgeous snowflake obsidian obelisk at the end of the path, which is to help you in illuminating your inner truth. This is where you reunite with your true self, your child self, and you welcome him or her home. You realize now that this crystal path has led you to a small clearing, and there is a circle of 7 trees surrounding you. You gaze up now into the soft blue twilight sky. There you see the sliver of a crescent waning moon that is almost a new moon, and it brings you a sense of resolution, knowing you're entering a new beginning and that all of your old experiences are, with your permission, officially cleared from your system now. Take a deep breath now and really feel into this sensation. Notice how freeing it feels, how there's no point ever going back to sadness, now that you've taken that heavy suit of armor off of you. You look back into the middle of the trees and you see that your shadow self is standing there, in the clearing, gazing back at you. Take a moment and notice what it looks like. Are there physical features that exhibit trauma, pain, or lower vibrational version of yourself you can see? When you are ready, walk up to your shadow self and meet it face to face. Ask it what it has to teach you, and be prepared to listen to the answers. Clear your mind and allow the first thought or message to come into your awareness. You may experience images, memories, or other sensations rather than words as your answer. Mostly the answers will just enter your mind as thoughts, but they are not originating from you. Take as much time as you need to still the mind, quiet it, and just listen. Take a moment now to sink into a dialogue with your shadow self, going as shallow or deep as you feel you need. Here are some prompts to ask your shadow self. Ask each one at a time that you're comfortable with, and allow your shadow to relay the answers back to you. First, what cycles in my life do I actively participate in that are bad for me? Why do I perpetuate them? What aspects of my deeper self am I reluctant to let go? What am I ashamed of that I've gone through? And why? How can I release myself from shame? Allow the answers or any nuggets of insight your shadow has given you to permeate and really contemplate on what they mean to you. How they've been allowed to bog your energy and mental health down, in a small way or a big way. A common thread that your shadow wants you to know, and this goes for all of us, is how to instantly cut off a trigger at its source. Your higher self wants you to know, when you feel angry, go exercise. When you feel envy, focus inward deeper. When you feel anxiety, be mindful. When you feel irritation, do not react. When you feel tired, go to bed. When you feel uninspired, take a shower. And when you feel doubt, self-reflect. Your shadow self that has been standing in front of you moves to the side of the clearing now, and behind it, revealed to you, is a small circular altar sitting in the center of the circle of 7 trees. You intuitively know that your shadow wants to help you, that it loves you, and doesn't want to be sad and separate from you any longer. It wants you to integrate it into the light that you hold within yourself, so it can finally be purified, released, free, and happy. You recognize your shadow is just the version of yourself that's been hurt, abused, ridiculed, and scapegoated by others. And no longer do you want to leave this aspect of yourself out in the cold. Only you can give your shadow the love it needs. Together you will complete a healing process that begins now and will span the rest of your life. No longer will the past or another's cruel words halt you from experiencing the truest, most beautiful aspects that life has to offer. On the altar, you notice 2 candles sitting side by side. One is white and one is black. In front of the candles is a small, empty cauldron with some blank parchment paper and an ink pen beside it. You identify with the white candle, and you feel a resonance between your shadow, who is standing beside you supportively, and the black candle. The 2 candles are so close they're touching. You approach the altar now, and a long lighter appears in your hand. You know you must light the candles now. Knowing both the light and the dark aspects, these 2 candles are a part of you. They are your light, and they are your shadow. You light the lighter, and the candles burn now. They are burning hot, and the wax is melting quickly. The white and the black wax begin to melt together and run down the altar, symbolizing the integration of your whole self. Somehow the white wax seems to overwhelm the black, making it turn a very light gray, so much lighter than you'd expect, the white diluting the dark wax and purifying it. With the answers fresh in your mind from the questions you asked your shadow, you pick up the ink pen and a piece of parchment. You pause for a moment, and then write down what you fear. A fear you are ready to release on the piece of parchment. Do not be scared to do this. When you're satisfied and you feel ready, you place the piece of parchment with your fear written on it inside the cauldron. And then you light it with the lighter. As you do so, you say aloud or in your head, I burn this fear to be released. Banish this, so I am free. And so it is. The parchment becomes engulfed in a sudden flame, and then within a matter of seconds, the paper is burned, your fear with it, and all that is left in the cauldron is a small pile of ashes. You pick up the small cauldron and turn. Your shadow points down to a small hole in the ground that they have dug for you, and you dump the cauldron over it, allowing the ashes to fall into the hole. You bury the ashes of your fear. You set the cauldron back on the altar and walk away now from the circle of trees without looking back. Your feet begin to carry you away from the place you left your fear behind. Your shadow walks by your side, back past all of the morphing crystals lining the path. Once you've returned back to the center of your majestic meadow, all you can see behind you is a dark walkway, and you feel appreciation and bravery for having traveled it. You know now that you're ready to leave and return to your body with this beautiful, valuable wisdom present in your system. Gone is the darkness and the guilt and fear, and in its place is an entirely new, hopeful outlook on your experience. Even if you don't feel entirely light yet, you do feel the huge progress you've made and have jumped back into a timeline where hope is present. A small layer of dread has been removed from your awareness, and a new inspiration and pep is in your step. You no longer look at your shadow with regret and detest, but instead appreciation, love, and sympathy, because that part of you never deserved to be hurt or left behind. You've made amends with that version of yourself, welcoming them back into your being with open arms. Your shadow, for the first time ever, looks at you and smiles. It itself reaches out at your outstretched arms, and you embrace, and you thank yourself. As your light overtakes their shadowy presence in the embrace, you absorb your dark shadow into you, the light overpowering it and alchemizing the energy into pure sunlight. The dilution of the shadow is too small to change your pleasant light vibration at all. It's like dropping a single drop of black ink into the ocean. The dark is no more. Finally, you feel complete and whole once again. Your shadow is gone, but you can feel it within you. Only your shadow is happy now. It knows it's safe and content and protected by you. Whatever else comes at you in life, your shadow has you to welcome it with open arms. It feels like you've been reunited with the lost child version of yourself. You sit back down in the grass in the meadow, and you give yourself a moment to integrate and digest, breathing out any leftover anxiety and tension, letting go of the last bits of doubt. When you are ready to return to your physical body, send your etheric self there now. feeling your toes wiggle, your fingers, and then slowly coming back into awareness of the room around you. Breathing in, slowly open your eyes, stretching when you are ready. Once you've opened your eyes, it's a good time to reflect on what you've experienced and learned. Since meditation insights can feel similar to a dream experience, if you can now, grab a journal and jot down a few of the points you want to hold on to before you forget. Reflect on what you learned from your shadow self, and set an intention for further spiritual goals you'd like to achieve on your shadow work journey. It has just begun. Shadow work is often done through journaling. I want to give you a few prompts now, in case you'd like some other questions to reflect on through journaling. Try to be as honest with yourself as you can. Remember, no one but you will see these answers. Number 1, notice when you judge, criticize, or blame, and then pause. What in yourself are you avoiding by focusing externally? Number 2, when you feel jealousy, self-pity, or anger, pause and ask yourself, what core belief is underneath this feeling that is being triggered? Number 3, practice seeing yourself in others. Put yourself in their exact situation and imagine why they are behaving negatively to you or others. Is there a wound that they are covering up and projecting? Number 4, practice radical responsibility for your emotions and reactions, rather than blaming others. Try to list a few areas that you struggle with and how you can take your power back. Number 5, be honest about your shadow thoughts and fears. Write down the major 3. When they pop up, remind yourself what is true. It most certainly is not the self-deprecating thoughts we all allow to sneak in every now and then. Notice as you move through life after this how different your triggers may feel. Do they have less energy attached to them now and bring less of a dramatic response from you? Do you feel a decrease in your flight or fight responses? Keep these questions in the back of your mind the next time you do this meditation, and try to journal and track your progress, being honest with yourself through the process. Shadow work is an ever-evolving process we all must return to throughout our life. My hope is to provide you with a starting point or a place to work from when you feel ready to go into another layer of integrating the shadow. We all have layers and layers to work through throughout our lives. The experiences are more like a spiral staircase than a straight line, where we revisit areas over and over, only from a higher, more evolved perspective, to test ourselves and notice how much we've grown, how far we've come, and how we've managed to ascend the staircase. We close this meditation now. I want to thank all of you for participating today. I hope this brought you some comfort, and I'd love to read your experiences and insights in the comments. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. If you're interested in booking a private session with me, my information is in the description box below. Please follow me on YouTube at Bella Imelda. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. Again, I have so much planned for this channel, and I will be releasing more guided meditations in this series, so please stay tuned and check back. Please also let me know of any requests you'd like me to do a video or meditation on. I definitely love the feedback and to see the types of things you guys are interested in looking for and that you find helpful. So much more to come. I'm sending you love and healing, and until we meet again, I love you.